my name is Pepe Della Quadri, and this is my capstone pitch. During this time of uncertainty with climate change, the current farming industry is at risk. With frequent droughts in some parts of the world and flooding and other natural disasters threatening the other parts of the world, the traditional way of farming is no longer going to work. With the plants growing outside at the mercy of the weather, the farmers are not yielding the same amount of crops. Also, traditional farming uses enormous amounts of water, which is not doable in some parts of the world. The solution to this problem is hydroponics, which is a process of growing plants without using soil. This can be done indoors year-round, anywhere in the world. Shipping containers are some of the most versatile things on Earth, and they can be transported easily. It is for this reason that I chose to build a hydroponic system inside of shipping containers. There are already a wide variety of hydroponic shipping containers for commercial use, but there are very few for people who want to grow on a smaller scale. My hydroponic shipping containers would be built inside 10-foot shipping containers, and they would be geared toward the home buyer. The shipping containers would be insulated and have an HVAC system attached. This would allow the shipping containers to be kept at the preferred temperature for whatever plant is growing. The humidity inside would also be controlled. They would also have CO2 sensors with an emergency valve in case the CO2 levels reach 2,000 parts per million, which is dangerous for humans. The valve will open, releasing all the CO2 from inside the container, making it safe for humans to be inside. There will be LED lights with blue and red wavelengths to allow the plants to grow to their full potential. The lights will allow for both blue and red to be on at the same time or just one at a time. The blue wavelength triggers a hormone that triggers large stem growth. The plants will be grown with an ebb and flow hydroponic system, otherwise known as a flood and drain. Nutrient-rich water will be in the reservoir, and then it will be pumped into where the plant's roots are and then drained back into the reservoir. The plants will be planted in rock wool cubes inside of net pots with a piece of felt inside to help the plants get more water, because it'll soak it up and bring the water up to the plants. There will be a designated seed starting pod for growing plants from seed. These will include heat mats underneath where the plants are growing to help encourage growth, as well as lights, LED lights, to allow them to grow. The pod will be kept very humid to help them grow. However, watering the seeds at the beginning must be done manually. This is done by soaking the rock wool cubes in water, and then after a few days in quarter strength nutrient-rich water. These shipping containers would be very expensive, but they'll be worth it for the number of crops that are grown. The shipping containers will cost between $3,000 and $5,000, and I estimate the HVAC system to cost between $2,000 and $3,000. The lights will cost around $400 each. These shipping containers would be perfect for any family that is starting their own food, or even a whole block of families that wants to create a community garden. They can do it in here because they will produce enough food. They can also be grown year-round, so the families will be able to have homegrown vegetables throughout the entire year.